What is Raoult's law? Actually, the Raoult's law is two types of Raoult's laws are present. One is the Raoult's law for non-volatile liquid solutions. The second one is volatile liquid solutions. So first we'll discuss about that non-volatile liquid solutions, and this Raoult's law is very important, dear students. Okay, students, listen carefully. Raoult's law means it is defined as the for non-volatile solute containing solutions vapor pressure of solution is directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent. Mole fraction of solvent. This is the statement, dear students. For non-volatile solute containing solutions, the vapor pressure of solution is directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent, is known as Raoult's law. So according to the statement, the vapor pressure of solution, the PS, is directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent. The XA is called mole fraction of solvent. Then the PS is equals to P naught A into XA. P naught A into XA. What is P naught A? P naught A is nothing but the vapor pressure of solvent in pure state. So the PS is the vapor pressure of solution. And why the vapor pressure of solution is equals to the product of the vapor pressure of solvent in pure state into mole fraction of solvent, because the solute is non-volatile. Solute is non-volatile, hence it's P naught B, means the solute, let it be B you are taking, then the solute its vapor pressure in pure state is equals to 0. That's why the vapor pressure of solution is equals to the P naught A into XA for non-volatile solutions. Okay, this formula is very important, dear students. PS is equals to P naught A into XA, and we know that XA plus XB is equals to 1. From this, XA is equals to 1 minus XB. XA is equals to 1 minus XB. Just this XA value you have to substitute in the above formula. Then PS is equals to P naught A. P naught A into 1 minus XB. 1 minus XB. Let this equation becomes PS is equals to P naught A minus P naught A into XB. P naught A into XB. Okay, students? Yes. Now, if you observe that this P naught minus of P naught A into XB, just it is going to the left side, this PS will comes to the right side. Then P naught A into XB is equals to P naught A minus PS. P naught A minus PS. Then XB is equals to P naught A minus PS by P naught A. P naught A minus PS by P naught A. So XB is nothing but mole fraction of solute. So the mole fraction of solute is equals to P naught A minus PS is nothing but lowering of vapor pressure. So lowering of vapor pressure divided by the vapor pressure of pure solvent is nothing but relative lowering of vapor pressure came. Mean the mole fraction of solute is equals to relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, this equation is known as Raoult's law equation. So the XB is equals to P naught A minus PS by P naught A is called as Raoult's law equation. Okay, students, this equation you must have to remember. It is very, very important. So what is Raoult's law? Just you have to observe, dear students, for non-volatile solute present in a solution, in such kind of solutions, the total vapor pressure of the solution is always directly proportional to the mole fraction of solvent only, because the solute is in non-volatile nature. The solute is in a non-volatile nature. In such condition, the PS is equals to P naught A into XA. P naught A into XA. This equation we are converted into in terms of mole fraction of solute. The mole fraction of solute is equals to P naught A minus PS by P naught is nothing but relative lowering of vapor pressure. Is nothing but a relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, students. Now let's see carefully. This equation, this Raoult's law is also applicable for dilute solutions. Dilute solution means the solute quantity is very, very less. The solute quantity is very, very less. Then how this relation, this equation will be converts. That equation is very, very important. By using this equation, so many problems, objective problems they're asking, as well as in subjective questions also, for 3 marks questions directly coming from Raoult's law equation related problems. That's why this Raoult's law definition and equation and related problems all are very, very important. Compulsory one question guarantee for either in board examination or NEET or JEE examination. Okay, students. Now let's see, listen carefully. Finally, what we got here, students, that P naught A minus PS by P naught A is equals to XB, where P naught A is equals to vapor pressure of P naught A is equals to vapor pressure of A or vapor pressure of solvent. Okay, P naught A is nothing but vapor pressure of solvent in pure state. In pure state, vapor pressure of solvent in a pure state, P naught A refers to the. PS is equals to the vapor pressure of solution. The vapor pressure of a solution. And XB is equals to, what is XB, dear students? The mole fraction of solute. Mole fraction of solute. Okay, XB is equals to mole fraction of a solute. So these are the important terms. P naught A minus PS by P naught A. So here I used A means solvent, B is a solute. Okay, so I took that binary solution. AB is the binary solution in which A is solvent and B is solute, and solute nature is non-volatile nature. That's why the non-volatile solutions, the vapor mole fraction of solute is equals to P naught A minus PS by P naught A is a Raoult's law formula. So we know that XB is nothing but number of moles of B by number of moles of B plus number of moles of A. Then P naught A minus PS by P naught A is equals to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solute plus number of moles of solvent. Okay, up to that it is very clear. Now this is for any non-volatile solutions at any concentration. This formula will be applicable at any concentration. Means highly concentrated solutions also this formula will be applicable. For diluted solutions, what is the Raoult's law? That is very, very important, dear students. For dilute solutions, for dilute, what is the meaning of dilute solutions, dear students? Dilute solution means the solute quantity is very, very less. Such kind of solutions are called as dilute solutions. Dilute solutions. So for dilute solutions, the number of moles of solute. The number of moles of solute here, the number of moles of solute is NB. Is very less than, means very small value when compared to the number of moles of solvent. That is nothing but Na, number of moles of solvent Na. So that's why the denominator, how the denominator is changing, dear students. Therefore Nb plus Na we have to consider as Na only. Then this equation becomes P naught A minus Ps by P naught A is equals to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solvent only. Number of moles of solvent only. So this equation, number of moles of solute means weight by gram molecular weight. P naught A minus Ps by P naught A is equals to number of moles of solute means weight by gram molecular weight. Weight Wb, its gram molecular weight is Mb, the solute gram molecular weight, into it is denominator means it is also Wa by Ma will comes, that Ma will goes to numerator, Ma by Wa. This is the Raoult's law formula for dilute solutions. What is the Raoult's law formula for dilute solutions, dear student? P naught A minus Ps by P naught A is equals to Wb by Mb, means number of moles of, weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into gram molecular weight of solvent divided by gram molecular atomic weight, weight of solvent. Weight of solvent is known as dilute solutions Raoult's law. Dilute solutions Raoult's law equation is P naught A minus Ps by P naught A is equals to weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into gram molecular weight of solvent divided by weight of solvent. Weight of solvent. Already P naught A is nothing but vapor pressure of solvent in pure state. Ps is equals to vapor pressure of solution. And Wb, where Wb is equals to weight of solute, and Mb is equals to gram molecular weight of solute. Gram molecular weight of solute. Next, Wa is equals to weight of solvent, and Ma is equals to gram molecular weight of solvent. Okay, student, this is about Raoult's law for non-volatile solutions. So Raoult's law for non-volatile solutions at any concentration, the formula is P naught A minus Ps by P naught A is equals to number of moles of solute by number of moles of solute plus solvent. Okay, for dilute solutions, the second condition is very important. For dilute solutions means the solute quantity is very less, means the number of moles of D value is very less. That's why Nb plus Na we are considering only Na. Then this equation for dilute solutions, the Raoult's law equation is becomes P naught A minus Ps by P naught A is equals to number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solvent. So in terms of another moles formula is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight. According that Wb by Mb into Ma by Wa. So this equation you must have to remember carefully. For dilute solutions, Raoult's law equation is very important. Based on this equation only, they are asking in board examination questions as well as in a NEET and JEE examination questions also they are asking students. Okay, this is about Raoult's law for non-volatile solutions. Raoult's law for a non-volatile solutions. Let's see once again. I am explaining that definition. Raoult's law for non-volatile solutions means a solution contains non-volatile solute is present in which the vapor pressure of solution. The vapor pressure of solution means PS. The vapor pressure of solution is always directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent. Mole fraction of solvent. Then the proportionality, if you want to remove, means PS is equals to P naught A into XA. That P naught A into XA, that formula we are converted in this form. Okay, students. So that P naught A minus PS by P naught A is equals to mole fraction of solute. Mole fraction of a solute came. And in the last class only we have discussed that P naught A means the difference between the vapor pressure of pure solvent and vapor pressure of solution is nothing but lowering of vapor pressure. Is nothing but a lowering of vapor pressure. Okay, students, let's see how this lowering of vapor pressure is related to mole fraction of solute. That also we need to discuss. Okay. Important points. Note this P naught A minus PS by P naught A is nothing but delta P by P naught A is equals to XB is nothing but mole fraction of solute. Okay, student, this is the first point. So delta P is nothing but lowering of vapor pressure. Delta P is nothing but lowering of vapor pressure. So this delta P is equals to P naught A into XB. P naught A into XB means the lowering of vapor pressure is equals to the product of the vapor pressure of solvent in pure state into mole fraction of solute. So it is always constant for non-volatile solutions. That's why the delta P is directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. If the mole fraction of solute increases, means solute quantities increases in a solution, then that what happens, dear students? The vapor pressure PS value will be decreases, then the difference P naught A minus PS value will be increases, then the delta P value will be increases. That's why the delta P is directly proportional to mole fraction of solute. Delta P is directly proportional to mole fraction of a solute. So these are the important relations related to Raoult's law. And another important thing is delta P by P naught A is nothing but XB. This is also nothing but RLVP. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is equals to mole fraction of solute. This is another relation. This is the another relation. Okay, students, this is about Raoult's law for non-volatile solutions. Raoult's law for non-volatile solutions. Okay, let's see next point. Raoult's law for volatile liquid solutions, or Raoult's law for volatile solutions. The second one is Raoult's law for volatile liquid solutions. Liquid solutions means both solute and solvents both are in volatile nature. In the volatile nature means already last class only we have discussed volatility. The solvent is in volatile nature means its vapor pressure will be increases. Non-volatile solvents are present and the vapor pressure is very less. Then the vapor pressure in pure state we have to consider as 0. For solids are non-volatile nature. Some of the liquids also present in non-volatile nature. Such type of solids and liquids, the non-volatile solids and liquids, their vapor pressure is equals to 0. But in the volatile nature, volatile state it is present, whether solute or solvent, they are present in the volatile state, then their vapor pressure will be increases. Under this condition, how that Raoult's law is defined. So at constant temperature, liquid solutions are volatile liquid solutions, liquid solutions. Okay, students, at constant temperature, volatile liquid solutions, the vapor pressure or partial vapor pressure or vapor pressure of one component or vapor pressure of one component is directly proportional to its mole fraction. Is directly proportional to its mole fraction, is known as Raoult's law for volatile liquid solutions. According to the definition, let AB is volatile liquid solution. Volatile liquid solution. So AB is a volatile liquid solution. Then the vapor pressure of A, PA is directly proportional to XA. From this, PA is equals to P naught A into XA. P naught A into XA. Similarly, PB is directly proportional to XB, means the vapor pressure of one component is directly proportional to its mole fraction. Then the proportionality if you are removed means we have to multiply it with its vapor pressure of that component in pure state, because the vapor pressure of that component in pure state, it is constant at constant temperature. Then PB is equals to P naught B into XB. P naught B into XB. So this is 1 and this is 2. Now this is AB solution. For AB solution, the total vapor pressure PT is equals to PA plus PB. Means the vapor pressure of A in solution state. PA is nothing but the vapor pressure of A in a solution. PB is nothing but vapor pressure of B in solution, is equals to how much we got here, students? P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. P naught B into XB. This is the Raoult's law formula for binary volatile liquid solutions. For binary volatile liquid solutions, the total vapor pressure is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. Is nothing but PA plus PB is nothing but PS. The vapor pressure of solution PS is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. So the total vapor pressure for volatile liquid solutions, the PS is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. The same formula for non-volatile solute is present, then the P naught B is equals to 0, then automatically PS is equals to P naught A into XA. Already that formula first only we derived. Okay, students. So the PS is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. Now listen carefully. Note. What we got here, student? The PS value is nothing but P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. It is very clear. This is when the solute and solvents are in volatile nature. Either solute is in volatile nature. If solute. B is non-volatile nature. B is non-volatile nature. Then what happens, dear students? P naught B is equals to 0. The P naught B value 0. Therefore, again PS is equals to P naught A into XA only. P naught A into XA means first statement we got. After that, if we are modified, this equation becomes P naught A minus PS by P naught A is equals to XB will comes. XB will comes. Now understood? Yes. So volatile liquid solutions are present, then the PS is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. Under this formula, the statement for Raoult's law is for volatile liquid solutions, the vapor pressure of each component is always directly proportional to its mole fraction. Directly proportional to its mole fraction. Okay, that is for volatile liquid solutions, Raoult's law definition. Now, the solution in which the solute is non-volatile. The solute is non-volatile. The solution contains non-volatile solute is present. The solution contains non-volatile solute is present in which the vapor pressure of solution PS, the vapor pressure of solution is directly proportional to mole fraction of solvent. Then the PS is equals to P naught A into XA. After that, this equation we are modified into another way, that is P naught A minus PS by P naught A is equals to mole fraction of solute. Okay, already I explained these conditions and all. This is for non-volatile solution. Non-volatile solution. This is volatile solution. In the volatile solution, the total vapor pressure is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. This is about Raoult's law for liquid solutions. So liquid solutions are two types. Okay, ma, yes, Abhay, listen carefully. Liquid solutions are two types. One is volatile liquid solutions. The second one is non-volatile liquid solution. In the volatile case, the total vapor pressure is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. In non-volatile solute is present, then the total vapor pressure is equals to P naught A into XA. P naught A into XA. So based on this concept or based on this Raoult's law, liquid solutions, they are divided into two types. Based on this concept, liquid solutions, they are divided into how many types, dear students? Two types. Let's listen carefully. Liquid solutions. Based on Raoult's law, liquid solutions divided into two types. Divided into two types. The first one is ideal solutions. The second one is non-ideal solutions. Ideal solutions means the solutions which obeys Raoult's law at all concentrations. Means they follows Raoult's law, either in non-volatile or volatile nature, whatever it may. Then in that case, the total vapor pressure is equals to the vapor pressures of each component. The vapor pressures of each component should be equal. Then it is a ideal solution. If they are not equal, then it is called a non-ideal solution. So this concept, ideal solutions and non-ideal solutions, examples and conditions, all are very important for board examination as well as in objective examination also. Okay, so based on the Raoult's law, liquid solutions are divided into two types. The first one is ideal solutions. The second one is non-ideal solutions. Ideal solutions and non-ideal solutions. Now let's listen carefully, dear students. Ideal solutions we'll discuss. What are the ideal solutions and examples and the graphical representations and all we need to discuss. Let's listen. Ideal solutions. Okay, ideal solution means the solutions which obeys Raoult's law at all concentrations. The solutions which obeys Raoult's law at all concentrations called as a ideal solutions. For example, AB ideal solution, AB ideal solution, P total is equals to PA plus PB is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB. P naught B into XB will come. So the total vapor pressure is equals to sum of the vapor pressures of A and B. So the A vapor pressure is equals to P naught A into XA and B vapor pressure is equals to P naught B into XB. So such type of solutions are called as ideal solutions. So the ideal solutions graphical representation, let's see, dear students. For example, you have to take this is a y-axis and let x-axis on that. Here this point you have to take only mole fraction of A is equals to 1. Means the solution total mole fraction A only present means the solution contains only one component, that is A in pure state. Then the mole fraction of B is equals to 0. Then A, the vapor pressure of A is very much high, that is P naught A. After that, in solution, we are adding some amount of B, then gradually this value will be decreases up to reaches this point. At this point, the mole fraction of A is equals to 0, then the vapor pressure of A becomes 0. And at this point, the mole fraction of B is equals to 1 means here the mole fraction of B is 0. The gradually the mole fraction is increasing means the vapor pressure will be increases. Already I said the vapor pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction. Vapor pressure is directly proportional to mole fraction. Now this line, this point is only the vapor pressure of B in pure state. This point is the vapor pressure of A in pure state. Now this line is the total vapor pressure. PT is equals to PA plus PB. So this PA plus PB plus PB is equals to P naught A into XA plus P naught B into XB will comes. This kind of solutions are called as a ideal solution.